Hey, what's up? We are back here. Otis Kirk, our recruiting insider, with us. Otis, let's get right to it. Frank Brown is a running back from Houston Sterling, class of 2020. He's got a top 7 announced.
Yeah, he did. He did it Friday. I mean, this is a kid. It rushed for about 1,100 yards, a little over that, 12 touchdowns, caught some passes during the season. Arkansas made the cut. They've got a couple of, well, they've got running back and Gentry committed to them. Kelvontae Dixon's kind of an athlete, could play running back. Do a lot of things, receiver, defensive back. But Frank Brown's another kid they like. He's about 5'11", 185 pounds, plays down at Houston Sterling. Utah, Houston, Nebraska, Missouri, Texas Tech, and Arizona made the cut with Arkansas. So that's pretty good. That's a good list. You know, I could see Arkansas taking another running back in this class, be it Frank Brown or someone else. They're on some others, too.
Darren Turner, let's talk about it because you got to feel good about him in terms of Arkansas' chances. Memphis Central, 4-star wideout.
Yeah, this is a kid that's big time, Drew. I mean, he's 6'4", about 206 pounds, and probably bigger than that. But he measured 6'3" without shoes and 206 pounds at the Nike opening that he went to earlier in the year. And that, like I said, is without shoes. So, I mean, he was at the cookout. He's been over to Arkansas at some prospect days too, but could be making a decision fairly soon. Arkansas, Alabama, you know, they're in there, other schools, Georgia. He committed to LSU originally in the process, and it was March the 14th when he decommitted from LSU and reopened his recruiting. LSU stayed in the mix, but I think it's going to be Arkansas or Alabama, and I really, at this point, I think Arkansas has got an advantage.
Brian George is talking about it because really at cornerback, nobody is as good as this guy in terms of the JUCO ranks.
No, he's big time. He's big. He's about 6'2", 195, plays at Highland Community College. They go down to Fort Scott on the 24th, which was 2 weeks from yesterday. They'll play their season opener at 7 o'clock if anyone's interested in driving up to Fort Scott to see him play. You know, Arkansas is in the mix. I don't know what kind of shot they've got at this point. He did come to the spring game. He didn't come to the cookout. He was going to, but ended up not coming. But boy, I tell you what, wherever this kid goes, and he's got a top 10, and we've talked about it on this show, and there's 7 SEC schools in it, including Arkansas, Auburn, Alabama, you know, pretty much the standard schools that you would think. But wherever he goes, he's going to make an impact.
Mason Brotherton, you really like this kid, and certainly a guy to watch out of Mena.
Yeah, from my old hometown, and that's not because I'm from there. It's why this kid's really, I mean, he went up to West Virginia and ran a 4.75 40, 6'4", about 230, 235. They play their spring, or it's not their spring game. Let me back up. They play their fall red-black game this coming Friday night. Down at Mena. So if you're in that area and you want to watch Mason, it'd be a good chance to see a pretty good tight end. He's visited Arkansas. He was at the elite camp. He came back in January also to a prospect day. But he's been to Memphis, who's offered him. He's been to Baylor, West Virginia, I just said, but he's also been to TCU, UCLA. He's been to some other schools in visiting during the spring and summer.
We're going to watch this kid, Traylon Smith, the running back for the Razorbacks. He's a newcomer. And in the scrimmage yesterday, looked good, but I want to go back to his high school recruiting process. You want to kind of talk about that right now?
Yeah, he's at Cy Ridge High School, and here's a kid that rushed 586 times for 4,467 yards, 47 touchdowns, caught 44 passes, 519 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Signed with Arizona State. Went out there and it didn't click for him out there. It just didn't work, whatever reasons. And he chose to transfer to Arkansas. He's got to sit out this year.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Hayden Henry told me yesterday, he said, I hate that he has to sit out because he could help us right now.
Yeah.
You know, something to that extent is what Hayden told me yesterday. He said he's really good. And they kept everybody I've talked to about him, and I think Chad Morris or Joe Crackwood might have said this too, kind of a really hard to tackle, get a full lick. He's only about 5'9", so he's hard to get a solid lick on. You know what I mean? I mean, he gets hit, but he doesn't, and that's one reason he's able to carry so many times, because you don't get a solid lick on. There's just some running backs like that.
Otis, great work. Thanks very much. Hogville.net, you got more work there, and we will continue to follow fall camp as well for the Arkansas Razorbacks leading up to Portland State coming up August 31st. More Pig Trail coming up. It's right after this.